Good morning and welcome back to the allotment. We're now coming towards the end of August and I start to think about moving on and looking at all the maintenance work that needs doing on the plot over the autumnal and winter periods. So I'm pretty much in a bit of a tidy up mode at the moment. These two bags, these bulk bags, are virtually, believe it or not, full of the cosmos and lavateria that I had in the beds at the front of the plot, and as I say, that was to the detriment of the sweet corn. As you can see there, these cobs didn't stand a chance. So I've learnt a lesson there. I'm going to plan and do something different next year. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you up to the top of the plot and just show you the work that I've been doing in the last few days. The last time I stood here, a few days ago, we had all the cosmos lining the beds. So I've taken that all out, as I've shown you down there in the bulk bags, and what it revealed was, as I say, poor sweet corn, poor dwarf French beans, which all had to go on the compost, and also a mountain of weeds hidden underneath. Starting at the front of the plot, these two beds were full of weeds, so got stuck in there, got all the weeds out of that. It used to be the salad station, is now completely, or near enough, weed free. Just the leeks in there, some chard, so it's nice to have that done. The next tunnel was cleaned out and weeded. As you can see there, the young brassicas that I put in are looking good. I went on then, as I say, all the way down that edge there in front of the runner beans, and down to here was the cosmos and lavateria, and just sort of below there, in the front of that I had some French beans that were totally dwarfed and swamped by them. So yeah, learnt a lesson. There were a mountain of weeds in there as well, so I've got those out. Again here, got all those weeds out. My paths are quite weedy as well because you're having to fight through the cosmos and lavateria to get to the top end of the plot, so that was sort of hiding a lot of weed as well. So I've got up as much as I can, but that'll be something I'll tackle afterwards. Elsa Craig beds are empty now. The other brassica tunnel's looking okay. Taking the cosmos out revealed these sweet peas, so I'm going to give them a feed today and hopefully they might just kick on and give a last spurt and a last display. Elsa Craig's out. I always weed as I go along as well, so as I'm pulling out the whatever veg it is, I always try and do a spot of weeding at the same time. Two birds with one stone, I suppose. Quick wander into the chilies and peppers. These are looking really well now, so I'm starting to harvest some of these. Scotch bonnet there, real vivid red, doing well. And as you can see here, the Frigitello are starting to ripen up. These will be in here right up until the end of September, ripening. I think the cucumbers are done now. I don't know if they're going to ripen, those three, but I'll give them a chance. These ones over here are finished and the ones under there, so that's another job for me later on this afternoon. I think my biggest achievement is, believe it or not, I've I've got that grass patch finished. I bought a roll of turf and I've patched it up. So I'm really glad now that that's done, and I've also done just on the edge there and just across the top there. So now when mowing this lawn, it'll be a pleasure when it's finished. It'll all look nice and even. Elsa Craig's. Now isn't there something satisfying about that? Looking at that and the size of some of these is unbelievable. That, I can't get my hand around that one. But to say these come from the tiniest of seeds, to now being here on the drying rack, it certainly is satisfying. I managed to get into the small greenhouse and get the bush tomatoes harvested, and then I've cleared it. One of the problems we're going to have in here is the amount of little tomato seedlings that are in here. I think that's going to be a constant battle until the winter comes. So yeah, managed to get this tidied up. There we go, look at the size of that one. It's massive. But we need some serious sunshine to get those ripened. Got plenty on there. And spare brassicas on there. So overall, I'm feeling pretty much ahead. The leeks are looking okay. Like I say, I just could do with some more sunshine, get those fired on a little bit more. These ones are a little bit more advanced. I managed to harvest these new potatoes. If you remember, over the at the side of the small greenhouse, I had about 10 of those grow bags with a couple of potatoes put in each one. And this is what I've managed to achieve from the, I think it were 9 altogether. It's not a massive harvest, but the bags weren't that big. But the beauty of this is, these are going to go home and get eaten. All the bags, the soil, everything is going to be reused. So the soil can go onto the beds and top those up, and the bags can get cleaned out and used again next year. I've also got a kohlrabi. Never cooked it, never tasted it. Sally, one of my plot neighbours, she tried some that I've grown in the net tunnel, and she says it was lovely. So I'm going to give that a go today. I won't be cooking it, the wife will do it. I don't think I know where to start. I've even got some plants that still need to go out. These verbena boreensis, you can see them there. These are semi-hardy. I think if you cut them back, put them in the ground, sometimes they do come back, but sometimes they throw seeds out and they'll send new flowers up, new plants up for next year. So they're going to go out. These silver dust, I'm going to put them out because these are quite hardy as well. You know, they can sort of stay out, and you just give them a trim back with the scissors each year, and they'll come back again. I've still got some leeks. I think I'm going to give those away to plot neighbours. But as I say, I'm now starting to think about bringing the season to an end, if you like. I've got all my winter crops in. I'm pleased about that. My eye and my focus now is turning to some of the maintenance jobs that I need to do. So that's what I'm going to be starting to plan. Hopefully you'll stay tuned in and watch me go through some of those processes. But I'd just like to thank everybody for watching, and thank my subscribers. And if you've not subscribed, I keep saying it, hit the subscribe button below. It'd be really appreciated. I think I'm on 799 followers. I get to 800 and then I look and the next minute it's back down to 799. So it's a number that I can't get over. So come on, hit that subscribe button, it'd be appreciated. Anyway, have a fantastic bank holiday weekend for those people at this side of the shores. Have a great week, and hopefully I will see you next week. Until then, happy growing.